Hey Fuzzy Goat family, Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia at the Fuzzy Goat. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. We're in summer here for sure. It is hot and sticky, but hope everybody had a good weekend. I have some new stuff I want to show you and talk a little about my weekend. I went to a tennis tournament in Macon, Georgia, and spent more time waiting for the rain to go away than I actually did playing tennis. But it was good. We still had a fun weekend, and also my son's home, so that's always an adjustment. But we're getting there. We got his room situated, and I think he's feeling better about that situation. And yeah, otherwise, I think Cadence and I are like little, every few days we get something that we got at market, and we get all excited. So I want to show you a few things that we did do at market. All right, so. First thing I'd like to show you is these little redesigned bags. Let me show you how to open up because I fell in love with this. It is, when you open it like this, you can have, it separates the yarn. So you probably have a couple projects in it if you wanted to. It's got some great pockets. You can see them over here. And over here you can even put some needles. See right here? Little, is that right? That it is? Yeah, little like pencils, needles, whatever. Crochet hooks over here. And it comes with this nice little bag too. So you get 2 in 1. The redesigned project is what it's called, is what it says. But anyway, so we have this in stock, which we did have it. We did get it at market, and we had a lot of fun. It also has a zipper here in the middle. I don't know if I showed you that. Hello, Nancy and Kim. Thank you for watching. Has a little zipper there in the middle. So, fun one. I don't even know what we'll call them. Let's see. We call this number 9. Leather project bag number 9. So, if you want to take a look at it, it is on our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com. We have these little bells on them in the shop so we can hear if they're walking around. Anyway, okay, so that's the redesigned project bag. We also just got in, this is not necessarily for market, but some Emma's Hella Hanks. Cindy, thank you for watching. I love Emma's Hella Hanks. This is Wink. I have a sweater made out of this. Hey, Teresa and Suzanne, hello. So this is Wink. Let me tell you a little bit about this Hella Hank. It's 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. The yardage is 600, if I'm not mistaken. 600. So I made my Wink, I made my Brooklyn Raglan sweater, I think it's called. I think I just wore it last week. Out of this, and I think I used 1 full skein for my size and then part of another. So I'm actually going to be making a friend of mine this as well in this color because I have some extra. And so that was Wink. This I believe is a new color for us too, Jiminy Crickets. So you can see, it's subtle, but there's some different colors in there. Also a Hella Hank. These are all Hella Hanks. Heliotrope, which is just one of my favorite. I actually have this color also in a sweater, if you can believe it. Can't really see, but it does have a little bit of purple kind of in it. So that's a cool one. Hey Marcia, how are you doing? Okay, and this is a new color to us, Ladies and Gentlemen. Isn't that a great name and a great color? Isn't that gorgeous? Hi Renee. Still one of my favorites. This is Jackie O. Had to do it. It's not quite white, it's not quite gray, but it's beautiful. I love the colors in it. And then this one as well is Winds of Change, and I'm not sure we've had this one before either. So, I mean, one of these would do a great shawl. Hi, Patty. And, you could probably, even if you want to do color work, this might be enough, depending on your size, for the body, and then get another skein for color work. Speaking of color work, I'll talk about what I'm wearing because I am definitely in Caitlin Hunter mode lately, seems like. This is her Navali, N-A-V-E-L-L-I, Navali, I think is how she pronounces it. And I'm beginning to be a big fan of her color work. From the ones I've done, I'm not gonna say all of them, they're, I would say, pretty good for beginners, just because there's not typically, like in this color work down here, this one was bottom up. I'm finding that a lot of her patterns are bottom up, which is fine. Hello, Lynn. And Karen, I think I just texted you, Karen. I was gonna show you, Karen was interested in Wink, so I wanted to let her know we just got some more in. So, Caitlin Hunter's patterns, which I have another one that I'm working on, bottom up, but her color work is fairly simple in the respect that there's not a lot of carrying yarns. You don't have to worry about long floats in the back. Also, I think that usually, even in this one, I don't believe there was any time in which I was working with 3 colors, because that is also that can be cumbersome, not difficult, but cumbersome. Hello, Patty and Lila. So yeah, so this was a fun one too, Navali. You can find the link on our website. I use fingering weight yarn. It has a nice little detail here on the sleeve, right? The color work there. I mean, the other color on the other side. I tried to do it on the neck. It didn't do right, but yeah, this was a fun top. I like to wear this over a dress sometimes too. So yeah, Caitlin Hunter. And then I wanted to show you, we did kits, and again, these just came in. Hold on. For this, the shawl, or I think you call it a shawl. It is called Buffalo Check Bliss. And you know what? I didn't do my homework to see if it is in fact, I do not think it is seamed. I think it's more like a shawl. We are gonna have Elaine make us a sample. And no, see, this is the shape. So I don't think it's seamed. But there's some charts in here. Looks like a really fun knit, if you ask me. We have it in 3 colorways. This one, whoa, thought I grabbed the buffalo colorway. This is not. This is garnet, sorry. I just want to mix that up. Garnet, and of course, if I made one, guess which one I would make? This one. And I am tempted to actually see if my sister might be interested, because it just looks like it would be a lot of fun to knit. Again, it's called Buffalo Check Bliss, and it is up online. So check them out. Check them out later. Get it. 3 colorways. So that was garnet. Put that over here. This one is something blue. Deep water. Nothing to do with blue. I mean, these 2. And the yarns are Emma's, the super silky. You need 1 of each. I'm just gonna see the yardage on here. It's 80% superwash merino, 20% silk, and there's 400 yards in each of these. So if you like the pattern and don't see your color that you like, you would just need probably 2 skeins of fingering. Hello, Lynn. So that one. And then this is what we're going to call the buffalo colorway. So kind of to match the pattern. Fun, right? I actually like these colors too. So yeah, check those out. We still also have Alicia's pairings up online if you want to look there to see if there was a colorway that you liked. You know, there we still have those paired up, and those would probably work for this pattern as well. A lot of those are variegated or speckled, so depending on, you know, if you wanted solids, it probably would look better with solids. Something else I wanted to show you, maybe, I don't even know if Cadence has shown these or not. These are, let me get it correct here. Bubble row counters, okay? And they are addicting. Sometimes I walk around the store doing this, but they're just a different way to keep track of rows. Let's see, let me show you that. Okay, so this is 1 to 10 up here. This is 1 to 10, so you can technically like keep track of 2 different things if you're, you know, if you're doing maybe decreases and then something else, I don't know. So many rows for a decrease. Let's talk about a sleeve, right? So every 10 rows, they want you to decrease, and they want you to do that 4 times. Like you can keep track of your rows up here, and then how many times you decrease down here. Or not, you could use it all for one thing. But it does 1 to 10 up here, 1 to 10 here. This is the teal. And if I brought this home, my son would have a big time with this. He loves this kind of stuff, just popping it. I think this is, we call this purple. And this is blue. So we have 3 different colorways in that. So check those out online as well. Then we also, I have one more thing to show you before I talk about my projects. Yeah, so some of, well, I'll talk about that when I get there. So check this fun basket out, right? Okay, we just got these in today. Carolina, while we were at market, we were telling her we found this yarn, and she went online and helped us pick out colors. So this is called Admiral, and I believe it's really soft yarn. It's great as soft yarn, super wash. It's got some nylon in there, and the yardage, I know it's at least 400. Well, it's not popping out at me, so, oh, it's 420 meters, so yeah, maybe a little bit more than that yards. So we have really fun colors. They are numbers. I think these would be great for color work too, as well. I'm not gonna go, the names are not colors, they're numbers, if that makes sense. And so I'm not gonna go through with every one of them, but I do see a couple that pop out to me personally. See, I'm not even sure what number. Yeah, I'm not sure which number we're referring to. So do check these out online, but look at these fun colors. Got purple in here, periwinkle color. And we got some classics, right? See, this is a pretty color too to me. This is really pretty. And then the natural color. So yeah, great for color work, great for socks, great for whatever you may have. So check it out online. Admiral is the name of the yarn, okay? All right, so maybe, should I just talk about my projects now? I told you about what I'm wearing. Well, since I was talking about Caitlin Hunter, let's talk about my Miserina. Okay, this is fun color work. And it's fun because not only of the color work, but between each one, and I have to tell you, maybe I shouldn't admit this, I didn't realize that this was a flower. I just loved the color work until recently. But I love how it's coming out here, and between each one, you can see the cable, which I'm kind of excited about. I'm using Foxy Lady. You could use any fingering weight, any fingering yarn that you like. There's lace work up top, which I also noticed is a flower. So if you just take a moment, like sometimes my mom always tells me, stop and smell the roses, Melissa. So here we go, I'm smelling Miserinas, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even sure that's a name of a flower, but this is really fun. Again, with this, you don't have to do any carrying here. I am, although I'm not even sure you have to, I'm carrying in my cable, like, because there's 6 stitches there. You wouldn't even have to, I don't think. Also, because it's a pullover, not likely you're gonna get your fingers in there. But see, you just do that so you're not getting fingers in there, breaking the yarn or whatever. So, yeah, Miserina. We're starting this class this weekend. Like I said, I'm using this. Can't remember. I don't think this, I can't remember whose this is. I think this is 29 Bridges, actually. I started with Foxy Lady with this one, and then the 29 Bridges came in, and I know it has some of this purple in it, but I actually liked it because it makes it look more flower-esque, you know, like not a solid. It would be pretty with a solid too, but it's got little specks of yellow. I don't know. I like it. I know there are times in which my main color and the purple in my colorwork color touch, but I was okay with that. I actually made the change. You might even be able to see it. I was a few rows in up here, and I decided the base color was the same. It just, the other color I was using didn't have any variation in it. So anyway, so that's Miserina, Caitlin Hunter. Having fun working on that one. Like pretty simple color work and cable and lace. I mean, hoorah, like, right? You can have a little bit of everything in there. Okay, let's see. So because I had my tennis tournament this weekend, I brought simple patterns that I didn't have to think about too much so that I could be talking or even if I was tired. So some of these I didn't touch, like, and I'm just gonna call myself out right now, I did not bring my potato vodka, the cardigan, the striped cardigan, which I've almost finished one side. It was just too much and I didn't want to manage all that. I don't even think, I didn't bring this with me either, but I might have worked on this before I went on my trip. This is Philoli shawl. I'm sure I'm butchering that up. And I'm using one of Alicia's kits, Knitwise kits, or sets from local yarn shop day. I'm using the silk. You could use any fingering, but I love, see, this has got a solid, obviously, and then the variation, variegated yarn, and it's super fun. So I finished, I think I told you this. Maybe I have talked about this. There's 8 sections. And you repeat it like 5 times, 4 or 5 times, depending on what size. This pattern has 2 sizes. So I finished 1 repeat and I will do it 4 more times. Yeah, and it just keeps getting wider and wider. And then I guess you decrease. Yeah, so that's that one. That one's gonna be for my sister. This one's for my mom, and I didn't bring this one either, although this is not too difficult. But it does smell good. This is the Grid Gambit. I'm using Manos's, I don't want to drop anything. Manos's Sammy, and they have a blue solid. Solid is Sammy, Marla is the other color. And it's just so fun to watch this pattern come out. And I think I talked about this last time too. I probably could put markers in there, but it's super easy. Super easy to kind of see where you're supposed to be. Don't get lost too much. But next week you might see markers because it is getting wider, right? So maybe I should put markers in there. So that was Grid Gambit using DK weight yarn. So I'm gonna snap that up. Liz, thank you for watching. All right, let's see what this one is. Oh, so this one I did bring because this, I'm getting in a groove with this. Yeah, I think you can see some progress. So this is the pleated top. It's really the name of it because it is just a pleated top. I'm using the Fino, which is lovely silk. Hi, Amy and Patricia. Thank you for watching. So I went 4 inches here. Was it 4 inches? I think I did go. No, not from there. 4 inches from the pleat, where the pleat started. Okay. Then after that, they have you go up a needle size. I think I was on a 2. Now I'm on a 3. So I will do the size 3 for 4 inches if I decide to go that long. Then I go up another needle size and do it again. I got to figure out how long I want this. So it's interesting that you're going up needle size, but isn't this fun? Like it's very easy to remember, and this pleat is just fascinating, and you'll know immediately if you do it wrong. So yeah, we do have Fino. We got more Fino coming in because we got some at market, and then the flaxen would be beautiful in this. So that's Sweet Georgia flaxen, linen silk. Yep. I got my little measure until, work until, not measure until, work until right there. Yeah, so that's a good one. Good one. Now that I'm in the round, I think I mentioned too that you can do this one flat if you want to do it in pieces, which is, yeah, I mean, I think probably structurally that gives you a little more structure, but yeah. And then, oh, this is the, I did work on this a little bit too. This is another one where you're switching needles. Oh, Manis, M-A-N-I-S. That's what this one's called. This was in our Fuzzy Fix, our April box. Hold on, sorry. That's noisy. So this is the picture they have. They did 2 different colors. The one we had in the box was the same color. This is like a mohair Surrey silk, and then this is a fingering weight. And you start at the bottom and you do fingering. Then you have a couple stripes where you're switching between the fingering and the furry yarn, I like to call it. And then you go up to the furry yarn, and then here you start at a 4 at the bottom, and you're going to it like a 7, 8, 9. Like it really does take you up, and I guess the idea is to get it more open. Sometimes I find for myself, I'm only going to go as wide, like I can go up to a 12 and it probably still looks like a 9 to me, you know, for my gauge. But yeah, so I've separated. Oh, and I've lost my other reindeer, which is not too, oh, here he is. And I think, yeah, so I've separated. I've done my decreases here for the underarm. Kind of see it there. And I'm trying to think what I need to do next if I remember. Too many patterns, I don't remember. But I'll probably work on this tonight. Maybe you can see, maybe it is a little more open as I'm going up. I have to go, I'm on a 9, right? And I'm gonna be going to a 10 to finish up the shoulders. Then I gotta do the back side. So I'm excited to wear this sometime soon. And I used a yarn from my stash, but we have some of 29 Bridges Surrey silk, beautiful Surrey silk, and some of her fingering too, which would be nice. See the stripes up here. Anyway, so it's kind of a fun project. Let's see who the designer is. I think she's the one, not Barberry, which I've done a few. Oh, she did the Luminous Tea. She has some really good patterns. Yamagara is the designer, Yamagara. So, yeah, but this is up online on our website too. If you're looking for it, Manis, M-A-N-I-S. We'll have it up there under probably fingering as well as our Surrey silk, so you can take a look there. And you have, again, it's bottom up, so you have an option if you want to make it longer. I feel like I probably am going to wear this over, I'm thinking of when I looked at the schematic. I don't know if you can hear. Okay, there we are. We're back again. All right. Okay, back again. I don't know, we're having some problems. Hey, Marcia, how are you doing? Okay, this, aside from being kind of a mess, is my Nola, N-O-L-A. And we used the Amelie yarn, which is just lovely. And I know I'm not gonna be wearing this anytime soon, but I can't wait to finish it. I'm having a lot of fun with my, so I switched to a different color for my flower. I realized because I have the dark sweater, which I really wanted the dark to be my main color, the options for the flowers kind of, I couldn't go, yellow was an option, but I'm not really a yellow girl. We have like a light ivory, which would be very similar. So, I mean, I understand this blue is very similar to this. So I think I'm gonna go, I'm on my second flower, on my first sleeve. I have one more flower to go. And I think I'm probably gonna put the middle of this flower is gonna be this color, and the middle of this flower is going to be this color. Very similar, I realize, but it's okay. And I think I'm getting better at my intarsia, and also I'm gonna do the double knit on top. So this flower is not the cleanest, I realize. I probably should have backed out like Cadence did, but it's okay, it's good enough. And this one is turning out much better, so I'm happy about that. The sleeve is done flat, so that has been a little tricky. I need to talk to Cadence about that. Because, I mean, I probably should have had, yeah, so I mean, it's flat. So you by the time you get over here, I'm kind of doing a magic loop. I wanted to ask Cadence if she was doing that too. I could probably split the sleeve or put it on double points or something like that. But as I'm getting further away from the point in which it was split, it's gonna be fine. But in the beginning, it's a little tricky. But it's fun. It's a fun one to do. Nola, so there we go. And I mean, if you could look at this, I mean, it's just a lot. We talked about maybe doing a class on it, but it would really be a class on managing your yarn. And so everybody's gonna have their own preference. We do have these little guys that we sell for it too, but not sure there was a lot of teaching moments. Oh, I do have some needles in here. So, I mean, there were some, but I think, you know, just reach out to us if you have questions about it, because I think for the most part, it is about just managing your yarn. Nothing too tricky. So that's the Nola. And it's so light and airy. I mean, since I'm in here, I probably could wear it with a tank top underneath it for the summer, as long as I have control over the air conditioning. Gosh, I'm really rambling on today. Okay, so I just have one more to show you. One more fun one. So Madeline helped me with this one. This is the extra bright extra bright light. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Let's take a look. Extra. Oh, and I also want to say on my Miserina, I'm about halfway done with that chart. I think I'm flying. I just feel like I'm going really fast on that. Here it is. Here it is. And I made the decision to do darker on top, mostly because of what I wanted near my face. You have the option, you can go light on top too. So it's extra light bright, extra light, L-I-T-E bright. So it has been so much fun. This tends to be the one I kind of go to, this one and the Nola right now. I know the neck looks really wide, but I am going to be picking that up, and it is a pretty big neckline. You can see it's not a crew neck. It's more, it's kind of scoopy. And the fade on this is so fun. I'm just trying to get to a point, someplace where I can show you. It's really fun, and I'm just gonna say that this smells really yummy too, because apparently I was using my balm on it. Let's just see where I am on my fade. It's fun to see. Well, is it on there? I'm so sorry, hold on. So the other thing, I did some here it is, calculating. And they had the calculations in the pattern. Here we go. So this is the first fade. You can see how it's switching from one color to the next. So I'm all the way up here, and I'm getting ready to reverse. It's gonna be more of my second color and less and less and less of my first color. And let me show you those together because I think it's so fun. Here we go. So this is my second color, and then I did bring what I'm going to go to next, which I've probably shown you. So it's this one's kind of the reverse of this one, right? Then I started reading, and I looked at the schematic, how long it is, and I was looking in my stash for some yarn, but I did end up getting this color is Alicia's Bless Your Heart. So I think I'm going to go from this one to this one, and not supposed to. You can do it in 5 colors. That's what I was trying to do in 5 colors, but I realized that I don't need to, because I think the schematic has it really, not really long, but longer than I would make it, and I think I'll just finish off on this. So she has a calculation in there, depending on how many yarns, colors you're using, how much you are doing of just a solid. I think if you did 5 colors, you only have 6 rows of solid, and then you spend your time doing the 29 rows of the fade. So I'm still going to do that, even though I have only 4 colors. I thought about throwing this in there, but I just think that's a solid, and all these, I don't know. But then I also thought I needed to, but this is very similar. See, so I think I'm just going to end in this. However that takes me, I'm going to end in that. So I've had a lot of fun playing with these colors, and like I said, this is Alicia's LYS 2025. This is Alicia's Poolside. This is I'm not 20 Bridges. This is Sweet Georgia. Yeah. So it's really been fun. It's fun to see how the fade's coming along. Oh, and I separated the sleeves. I didn't even think I mentioned that. So I probably need to try this on. It's gonna be a little misleading with the neckline, but pretty sure I measured from up here down to the separation. I think I'm gonna be okay. Anyway, so this is up online too. It's on our website. And I think that's all I have to talk about today. And Cadence is back. We're excited. Are you back there? Yeah, wave. So she'll be back Saturday, and have her
I can talk loud now.
She can talk really loud. And we still have Twice Sheared Sheep pop up. I'm looking over there if you want to check that out online. And that's it, right?
For now.
I think so for now. That's it. Thanks for watching, and let us know if we can help you. If you have any questions, text us, call us, email us, and do check us out online, fuzzygoatyarns.com. Take care. Bye-bye.